Speaking of being attractive and being high value, what do you guys make of this Tinder Select thing?
Oh, I think it's
man,
so
it's so
fucking
crazy.
good. It's so good.
$500.
Okay, all right, to those who don't know, as you know, probably most people do, Tinder has paid premium tiers where you get more swipes and I guess it prioritizes your profile or something. They announced a new tier called Tinder Select that's reportedly $500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be, basically they said it's for the 1% of their user base. And it comes with features like you get to message anybody, any girl,
Regardless
any girl's
of
profile.
matching.
Yeah, regardless of if they matched with you or not.
Oh, that'll work.
You can just message them.
Yeah, that'll work.
Hey, madame, I see you forgot to swipe right on me. May I inquire as to why?
Listen, ma'am, I know I'm a greasy basement dweller, and you're a 10 out of 10 hottie posting pictures in your bikini, but I paid $500. That's a lot of money. Can we see where this goes, you know?
Excuse me, is your KD even high enough to swipe left on me?
Milady, I noticed you hadn't swiped on me yet. What are we doing?
Ma'am, where do you stand on the Yandere Dev situation? I have a lot of opinions.
I'm assuming you haven't seen my profile yet since we haven't matched, so I'll introduce myself preemptively.
That's so gonna work. Everyone knows paying for a fulfilling relationship is the way to go.
It makes you look extremely desperate. It also makes you look bad with money. It's not a
it makes you look
Pathetic.
everything. Any
It's
negative
pathetic.
connotation you could think of in terms of dating, it makes you look.
So according to this Verge article I was reading, quote, the new subscription comes over a year after Tinder's parent company Match Group purchased the invite-only dating app The League.
Yes.
So this is a different app, which
$1,000
targets,
a
quote,
week.
ambitious career-oriented singles. That app costs users up to $1,000 a week. And apparently they get actual human matchmakers rather than an algorithm, but at least so they claim. My question is like, if you have enough money to dump $1,000 a week into something, shouldn't you have an easy time getting a woman? It's why
Well, you could
pay
still
for
be
a
like
woman?
extremely creepy, revolting, and like a complete
you're still
scumbag.
going to be extremely creepy once you show up to the dates, no matter how much you polish your profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
This is top to bottom, without a doubt, a way to profit off of desperate, lonely men. That is exactly what it's doing.
It's just more exploiting like the most vulnerable and insecure dudes.
Exactly. If you're an attractive person on that app, you're not going to need it. You're going to be getting at least enough matches that you can just keep going. The only people who would sign
that's
up for
what I
this are
was
the ones who just
thinking.
get nothing. So they're just desperate to get anything. And those are not the people that people want to date.
Yeah.
So where's this going to go? You're going to meet them in person on a fluke and they're just going to go, oh, and run away? Like, what's your plan?
That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, so the only people who even could pay for this are the ones that shouldn't even need it. When you're that successful and you have that good of a career, you should be running into women who want to go out on dates with you anyway, just naturally existing in the real world. But you have a good point. Maybe this is aimed at the, like, you know, Andrew Tate fan crowd where they're going, oh, I have the VIP badge on my Tinder profile, so all the bitches are going to be wet. It's going to be like a slug race.
It
to my
is aimed
profile.
explicitly for unattractive
I mean,
people.
that's exactly what it's for. It's certainly not for the actually well-off person. This is for the people that are gonna like put half their salary into it for the chance
Yes,
of getting laid.
exactly. The saddest part of
think?
all of this is the
Yes.
people who do sign up for it are not going to take a minute to realize, why am I signing up for this? Why do I have to sign up for it?
I do know that there is high-end dating services for celebrities, though. For instance, invite only. You have to actually prove to the company
Yeah.
that you are not just some schlomo, but you have been in big blockbuster movies and such.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, there's also just like financially gated ones where you have to prove that you
Yeah.
are earning a certain amount of money, and then you have to pay them a ridiculous amount of money as well.
Well,
That's
there
a
are
genius
also
idea.
rich sad sex, I guess. I mean, I'm an avid TLC viewer, so I do know that there's a lot of men who have a lot of money who would go for this, I suppose. So I guess it remains to be seen how much money they make off this.
Oh, I don't even think this is a bad idea from Tinder. I think this is just an awful product.
Well, for a business standpoint, it's genius because you're targeting your most manipulated and vulnerable audience, and they're probably going to pay. This is probably going to make a good amount of money.
Yeah, you're targeting desperate people who are willing to.
And it's a zero overhead cost based on their existing infrastructure. You just add some toggle features. You don't have to like change the app or write a new thing.
They're not even like good features. You're still so limited. The direct messaging feature I just mentioned, you get two of those a week.
Yeah.
And the women can opt out of it. They can just set their profile to not receive private
So then
messages.
this does nothing.
It does
That's
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
So this does
It's so
nothing.
good.
So every single woman on the planet's going to opt out of it because what woman would want to do this?
A woman who likes
yep.
charity, for one.
Charity workers on
For
Tinder.
$500, I would expect my messages to be mailed to the woman as well. I would expect that to like show up on her
Ooh.
doorstep.
I would
Yeah.
expect her home address sent to me in a message. Yeah.
No, I like Jackson's idea with like a fancy wax stamp delivered by an owl, like fucking Harry Potter.
What about like a butler or something that shows up and knocks on the door and says, "Madam, Sir Jackson requests your presence."
Ooh, with a silver tray.
Well, how about a barbershop quartet where they sing in a 4-part harmony that they want to go on a date with you?
Milady, my name is Jeeves. I represent the interests of one Jackson Sir Clark.
Sir Clark.
Sir
The second.
Esquire.
The horny.
Jackson was, he saw your profile pic and he couldn't
He was
help
quite
himself.
aroused, madam.
I've never seen him like that.
After having a pleasure of himself, he decided it was time to make a move.
Quite frankly, ma'am, I do not want to go back to his estate.
Yeah, so apply for this. You have, I guess you don't really have to have anything. You have to be photo verified.
You have to have
so
$500.
dox yourself. Yeah. To have a bio of minimum 15 characters. Wow, this is a low bar. They really are just taking anyone.
It's free money for Tinder.
It is.
What I really don't get, right, is most guys, and you guys can disagree with me on this, but I'm factually correct. Most guys
I
are on
disagree.
Tinder for quick routes, just like sex. They're just hookups and stuff like that. I doubt like most of them are looking for relationships. I really do. If that's the case, $500 would probably get you a pretty good escort, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's the going rate for
Why bother
escorts.
with this?
Yeah,
I
go
don't know. I
report
assume
this.
$500 is good.
Go try one out and tell us.
Let's
Yeah, no,
use
right
$500
now.
of the
Go ahead.
Patreon
We'll
money
be here.
to get me a hooker.
They're not hookers, Jackson. They're workers.
Women of the night. Is hooker a bad term now? Is
I
that
don't
a bad
know,
term?
actually.
Yes.
Why?
Yes,
What does it
it
even
is.
mean? Hooker.
I don't
It's a
know.
hooker. Lot lizard.
No,
Prostitute.
I know what it is. I don't know
never
what
heard that.
hooker means. Like hooker means. Why are they called hookers?
I don't know
Oh,
why
I
is
don't know where the word
billiards
comes
called
from.
pool.
What? No.
Yeah, why is it called snooker? It's believed to originated in the 19th century. One popular but likely apocryphal story attributes the term to Union General Joseph Hooker, who supposedly had a reputation for fraternizing with prostitutes
Holy shit.
What a
during the
cool
American
guy.
Civil War.
That's your entire legacy? You name prostitutes?
I know.
Your name is synonymous with prostitutes. That's incredible.
That is actually a pretty incredible legacy to have.
You would have to have banged so many fucking hookers to get naming right. That is insane.
Oh, listen to this. According to this tale, the women who followed General Hooker's army were referred to as Hooker's Division or Hooker's Brigade, which eventually got shortened to Hookers.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
The hooker
This guy
army.
had an entire, yeah, they just had a fucking
He had an
subdivision
army
of
of them.
hookers following
I
him.
love that.